Hello, good afternoon everybody. Thank you for coming to join me. I just want to do a quick flip through of my three softcover dog journals. Now these ones, I did a video on making this softcover journal and I'll try and link it below for those of you that haven't had chance to see it yet, just in case you're interested. These journals I've used Mrs Cogs dog journal kit, which is one of her new ones. Loved using it. Liz, they were fantastic images in there. And I've also used Artie Mazer's William Morris kits and some of Mrs Cogs' dog kits as well. So I'll take you through them. I'll try and be quick. All of these have been reserved, so they're going to be off to their new homes very shortly. So it measures approximately 5 3/4 by 8.5, all the same size. This is the one that we did in the video. So as I say, these kit pages are from Mrs Cogs, and I'm not sure about that image. I think most of the images that I used were from her, but I know I've got some from TLC as well, from a previous journal that kit that I had. Fabric tag there with some buttons on. And then this is some fabric that I've had, and I've just cut the images of the dogs out and just decorated that pocket there, and that's one of Mrs Cogs. That was from the Graphics Fairy, I think, that I've just printed on coffee dyed paper. And this is an old book page with an image of a dog and a little boy with his dad. And then on the back, there's some of the William Morris paper here, and then Mrs Cogs images as well. And then I've put some leaf trim up there and one of Mrs Cogs' little small, I think they're her minis. Lovely image there of the little girl with the puppies. And again, that's Artie Mazer's William Morris. And then they've all got dog quotes in them, and that's got the what a dog means, the noun of a dog. I mean, dog is a noun, that's what I mean, sorry. There, and I think these photos were from the Graphics Fairy as well. Some music paper, and again, one of Mrs Cogs' lovely images there. Another of the puppy set there, and that image, I think that's from Mrs Cogs' Westies, and again Artie Mazer's papers there. All the William Morris papers are from Artie Maze, and that just flips down for some extra journaling space. And I think that's Graphics Fairy as well. And then that's from the one of the Observer books of dogs, and that's a gun dog, English setter, and a short-haired pointer. Another little fabric flip there with some little puppies. And that lovely image there. And it says, happiness is a warm puppy. There's some extra journaling space. And that image there, scratch a dog and you'll find a permanent job. And that little girl's scratching that dog's ear, and that dog looks as if it's in heaven. Little Bedlington Terrier. These papers of Artie Mazer's are beautiful. There is honour in being a dog, and that's a quote from Aristotle, and that's one, again, of Mrs Cogs' papers. And the dog there. I think these papers are from Crafty Cat, from her dog days, and that's a journal that I've just made as well. And again, Artie Mazer's. And then in the middle there, I think that again is from the Graphics Fairy. Lots of room in this to write. I mean, you can write on these papers. So I've made these predominantly to be writing journals, but you know, you can put extra images and things on there. And I think I have got some of the dog images left, so I'm going to just bundle them up and put one in each, a little bundle in each of the three journals, so that the people that are getting these can add to it if they want to. Dogs are not a whole life, but they make our lives whole. And then again, one of Mrs Cogs' papers there. And then that one, every dog must have his day. And I think that little girl, she's not letting go of that dog, is she? And then the image there. I've really enjoyed making these. I do have a dog, so I am a dog lover. That's the back of that other paper. I know not everybody is, but I've really enjoyed them, and the images are beautiful. And that one, look, love, and that dog there just sitting next to his master's legs. the little girl there. It is not what we have in our lives, but who we have in our lives that matter. And then that just flips out for some extra journaling space just there. And then that, again, that's from an old book that I had. And then that just, oopsie daisy, that flips up. And then it's got an image of a dog just there in that pocket. And that's just sewn onto a piece of lace. And then this, we did this in a video earlier of a pocket. So again, an image from an old book that I've got, and it says, "Love me, love my dog." So that tucks in there. That flips up in there. And then it's got a journaling card in the back behind it. So there is one of my videos showing how to make that if you're interested. And then that's the last page of Mrs Cogs there. And then a large journaling card in there. And if anyone knows anywhere in the UK that sells this fabric, do give me a shout. So that's the one, that's number 1. This one, again, it's the same size. It's got the dogs cut out of fabric on that brown fabric cover. Same size as the other one, same number of pages. Different kit pages though from Mrs Cogs. I think there was about 8 pages in the kit, so it's a good size. But I decided to split it between 3. I was going to make one journal, but it got too big, so I ended up splitting it. Love that. I think that's a Vizsla. I'm probably wrong, but beautiful dog. And then this is, again, Artie Maze's papers, her William Morris papers. And then this flip is one that Amy from Crafty Cat does. So it opens up and you've got journaling space there and there. Again, that's from an old book that I've got. And that just tucks in the back there. And then instead of having a long tuck in here, I've just put mine there in the side. It's got those puppies tumbling down the stairs. And it just slips in there. So again, the William Morris papers are from Artie Maze. So some of the pages are repeated because obviously I needed enough. Well, it's not a hair, it's a mark on the paper. I needed enough pages to fill the journal. So that's one of the flips. That's one of Rachel's flips. A journaling card in there. And that's just on with a piece of fabric. So I think they're all backed in coffee dyed paper. And again, a little one of Mrs Cogs' minis just there. Dogs have a fine way of finding people who need them. And that little girl's reading a book with her dog. What a beautiful world it would be if people had hearts like dogs. And again, that is just such a lovely image. The little boy's face. And there's a card in there. It looks like that little girl's been crying and the puppy's making her feel better. And then some brown trim on that one. The dog has the soul of a philosopher, and that's from Plato. So again, you can write on these if you wanted to. There's a pocket just there, and again I've used that fabric just to back that tag. And some of the small minis there. And one of the Observer book pages just there. I think there's 80 pages in these, so that they are quite full. I think if you go over so that's 20 sheets of paper to make 80 sides. And I think if I go over that, I really struggle to stitch them in. So that's my limit, really. I mean, you can put more pockets and tucks in it and make it chunkier, but I do think that that's for the person that gets the journal to do rather than me. It says, "Let sleeping dogs lie," with the little puppies there. And that little girl. I think that's Graphics Fairy as well. That little puppy there. This is one of the envelopes inspired by Rachel. So there's nothing in it. It's a nice little envelope. I might put the extra, no, I'll leave them separate. So I was going to say I'd put the extra dog images in there, but there might be little ones that get lost at the bottom. And then a little image there at the back. So again, the papers are from Artie Mazur's kit on there. There's two sorrowful looking dogs. There's a little image there of the Dalmatian. A little dog there saying a prayer. And then there's a little envelope on the back of that one, a little glassine envelope. So they are all different. They've got different pockets and tucks inside. And again, that's one of Amy's papers, I think. If it's not one of Amy's, it's one of Mrs Cogs' tapestry ones. They were very similar and I just can't remember which were which now. Man's best friend, and that does look a big dog, doesn't it? It just tucks in there. And then a pocket there, that's from Mrs Cogs' embroideries. A little girl, that they both look very sorrowful, don't they, on that? I think that might be Mrs Cogs actually. So as I say, lots of writing space. And then again, one of the vintage pages that I've got there, and it says, "Good dog, see how nicely doggy begs sitting on his hinder legs." And then again there from Mrs Cogs' tapestry. Beautiful pictures. And then the little dachshunds in the back of that one. So that's two. And then the final one, this is the final of the 3 journals. This one was slightly different, so it's got pocket front and back. So there's a tag in each of those pockets. And the lady that this is going to has asked for a couple of these because I think she wants to put them on the pocket. So I've got some cut out that I'll include in that. So they're on the way. Oops, Daisy. So this one, it's got the pockets on the inside. The tag there with the Westies on. I used to have a Westie. They are lovely dogs. Again, that lovely image of the girl with the puppies. That one flips out and it's got the papers in and a tag there at the back. So again, there is a video showing how I did this one as well. I think that one is Mrs Cogs. A little image there. I think that's the graphics fairy, as I think that one is. That little image again, and it says, "Some things just fill your heart without trying." A couple of images there. So even though these have got stitching, did I do that one? Sorry, I turned 2 pages then, I think. It says, "A dog is one of the few things in life that is exactly what it seems." And another image there of that Westie. And where I've done the stitching, you can still write over that. I know it's a little bit bumpy, but it just adds a bit of texture. Another of the little minis there. And then that just folds out, so you've got lots of extra writing space, or you can put images or things on there. So as I say, all of these 3 have been reserved. If the ladies that have reserved them change their minds, then obviously I will put them in my Etsy, but as far as I know, they are reserved. And that one says, "His ears are often the first thing to catch my tears." And that's Elizabeth Barrett Browning. And that looks a bit like my Border Terrier. Irish Water Spaniel. And then this one is from the kit. That's part of Mrs Cogs' kit there. It's his master's voice, and that's a famous photograph of the old long playing records. Sorry, I'm not sure if I said or not, but all of them have beads of some sort hanging off the bottom. And of course, if you don't like that, you can just snip them off. A Basset Griffon and a Basset Hound. They always look as if the tummies are on the floor. Lovely image there. I don't know what sort of dog that is. Is it a Border Collie? Not sure. Money can buy Money can buy you a fine dog, but only love can make him wag his tail. And that is true. Then this is just a poem that I found in a children's book that I've put in, How a Puppy Grows. I think it's very funny the way a puppy grows, a little on his wiggle tail and a little on his nose, a little on his tummy and a little on his ears. I guess he'll be a dog all right in half a dozen years. And again, one of the little dog images there. That's one of Mrs Cogs' images that she has in the image. Loyal Dogs is what I'm trying to say. It's in her Loyal Dogs set, but she's also put it in the journal set as well, and it is a lovely image. I think she's just not letting go of the dog. Again, there's one there, and again the brown trim. They are definitely from Mrs Cogs, definitely those ones. That's an old sheet page from a Woman's Home magazine. Dogs live for the day, the hour, the moment. And that dog, I think it'll be in after that frog. Dogs laugh, but they laugh with their tails. I think they're all saying hello to that one. Little Scotty dog. And then that just flips out, so there's extra journaling space. And then that flips out, and then this just folds out, so it's a piece of A4 paper, all but. I think I had to cut it down slightly to make it fit across, but that just folds up, so you've got extra journaling space. And I've just stamped the image of a dog on there, and there's a little journaling card in that bit, and one there. I don't think I did a video on that one. It's just one of the, similar to the other pockets that I've done, but just slightly different. And then in the back, the same again, the pocket and the little image there on that one. So they are my 3 journals made with Mrs Cogs' dog journal kit. And also, as I say, I've used Artie May's William Morris. So I hope you like them. I'll get these posted out to the new homes. But thank you so much for coming to join me. Take care. Bye-bye.